Hi, I'm Carolyn Searle, the creator of Octocurl. Here are some tips to get you started with this new method for heatless curls. Make sure your hair is well conditioned. If it gets frizzy, that means it's too dry, so try a leave-in conditioner. Heat tools smooth out the surface of the hair, but only make matters worse. Even if you alternate with the heatless method, it can make a big difference in the health of your hair. Products can also make a big difference, so make sure that you apply whatever you like to use for your hair. Style prep, curl cream, tonic, gel, etc. Your hair just needs to be barely damp for heatless curls. If it's wet, it will take longer to dry. Everyone's hair is different, so you'll have to play around a little. Just keep in mind that for heatless curls to properly set, your hair needs to be completely dried. If you need to speed up the drying process, you can use a hair dryer. It won't be heatless anymore, but it's still less heat, right? So make sure that you use the low heat setting because microfiber is not meant to be used with high heat. Also, especially for the first time, keep the dryer on the low air setting to make sure that your hair doesn't easily tangle in the microfiber. When you place the headband on your head, you can place it high up or lower down, depending on where you want your curls to start. It might not feel secure, but once you have your hair wrapped around the strips, everything will stay in place. There are so many options for curls and waves with Octocurl. So I'm going to place this on and show you. I like to keep it higher up on my head so that this is right up against my hairline, but you can do whatever works best for you. So the easiest thing to do and probably the best place to start is just to take double strips and a big section of hair and you can just wrap. And this will give you big loose waves. Another option is to twist the hair first. This is sometimes a good option for layers because it keeps the layers more together. And then you can wrap. Another option, which I call the hair bend, which is where you have those loose undone waves kind of in the middle of your hair, is to take the section and go one or two back and just wrap once. And then that gives you that loose undone wave. You can braid. Any different braid with the strips works really well because the strips help to get the braid to dry. And then the other thing that you can do is do like a loose open type curl where you almost do like a pin curl. You take the hair along with the strips and you just curl all the way up. And then you'll have to take a pin or something to attach this. You can try an elastic. You can try the elastic as well if you fish it out of the middle. So those are just a few of the options that you can try, but play around and you'll come up with your own. You can also do tighter curls or looser curls depending on how many strips you use. So if you want tighter curls, just use a single strip. If you want looser curls, you're going to use a double strip. Sometimes what I like to do is take 2 sets of double strips and I will take an elastic and just bind them all together and then take a very large section and wrap it around. And that gives you a very large, loose curl. No matter which option you choose, keep the wraps flat, just like you would do with a curling wand. So keep this whole section flat and wrap carefully, paying attention to placement because it's going to set exactly the way you place it. To secure the strips, you take an elastic loop and wrap it around the end of your hair and the strip or strips. And make sure this end stays loose so you don't get any kinks in the end of your curl. And then you can leave it like this. I call this dreadlocks style. I typically, because my hair doesn't hold curl well, I like to twist it like this and then tuck it up into the headband, the top of the headband. I call this Princess Leia style. And I like this method because it keeps the curl closer up to the top. It keeps it tighter and it's just very secure. So I can do things around the house for hours like this or go to sleep like this and it seems to stay in place well, and I think the curl sets better if you want a tighter curl. After I take the headband off, I like to smooth the curls out. Start at the top, and just depending on wherever your curl is, just kind of wrap it and smooth the whole thing out from where the headband was. And then just let it sit there for 5 minutes or so, just to let everything settle. And then you can spray it or apply Moroccan oil or whatever you like. And then if it's day 1 hair, I typically am just real careful about separating so I don't create flyaways or frizz. But with day 2 hair, you can get away with more, and you can finger comb it or do whatever you like. Again, everybody's hair is different, so you know what works best for you. I love the overnight method because it's so great to wake up and have most of the styling done. It takes a little fine tuning in the morning, but it's totally worth it. I do the overnight method all the time because it gives me 3 days of hair. Day 1, tighter curls, day 2, looser, and by day 3, they've turned to waves. My hair does not hold a curl well, so I could never achieve that with a curling iron. I figured out how to make this work for me by smoothing the crown in the morning with damp fingers and then applying some styling cream. But to get started, I recommend you try one of the methods that protects your crown while you sleep. You can pull up your crown and twist it into a bun, or you could braid your crown, or you could even put your crown in soft rollers before continuing with styling the rest of your hair with the strips. Have fun and experiment. I tested Octocurl for 3 months and found a lot of versatility because you can curl, wrap, bend, braid, twist your hair into multiple different types of curls and waves. And you have the flexibility with the number of strips you use. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, please let me know. And I would love to spread the word that heatless hair can be stylish. So if you want to link up with me, you can find Octocurl on Facebook and Instagram. Thanks for watching. Go easy.